That's Trey.
And that's Goldie.
We're friends
from college.
Then Trey married my sister.
But unfortunately, we got divorced.
We don't talk about that.
Mostly because there's nothing to talk about.
It was all good.
Our friendship deepened while we were both employed in an event production consulting company.
We spent 280 plus days on the road.
Which made us expert business travelers.
And expert best friends who always had one goal in mind.
To host a podcast together. And after people didn't like the first 6 shows, including one where we interviewed building contractors in the Upper Peninsula while they were working.
And one where we searched the country for the next great kid blues guitarist.
We realized we weren't making shows about our true passion.
We had to talk about the thing we know and love more than anything.
Welcome to Business Trips. Welcome to Business Trips. This week we've got a great guest who's going to give you some travel tips and maybe other thoughts on life. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Whoa there, easy fella. Do you have a horse? How about a chicken or a goose? One of each? Then come on in. East Valley Feed and Tack is your one-stop in the LA region for feed, saddles, tack, boots, hats, and even Western wear. Since 1971, we've been providing anything you need for your animals and the humans that take care of them. Located conveniently in the San Fernando Valley, you can reach us easily from a number of directions. And while our beginnings are about horses and equestrian needs, we've expanded out to other types of animals that residents of the valley increasingly tend to. Geese, chicken, ducks, rabbits, and even kangaroo. Yes, that's the plural. We carry the food to feed them, the vaccines to keep them healthy, and the gear to wear while you take care of them. A little more on the vaccines. We carry the syringes to help you give your kangaroo the vaccines. The vaccines themselves, you have to get from your veterinarian. We're aware that not every veterinarian in Los Angeles works with kangaroo, but if you come in and see us, we can point you toward a couple that do. East Valley Feed and Tack. Whoa there.
Huh. I didn't know that was the plural. They seemed very proud of that.
They're claiming that. Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I'm excited about our guest.
Me too.
This is Shania. Thanks for joining us, Shania.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So Shania, tell us a little bit about what takes you out on the road.
I'm headed out all over the road, all over the country in this great white world.
White?
Yeah.
Wide.
Oh, wide. Yeah.
Don't do that again.
I didn't. She did.
You did.
No, that was you.
Thanks for having me. So I travel all around the world. I am a children's copyright-free party entertainer. And so I offer discounted rates because I don't engage with the copyright. And so my work and my business is booming, and I'm being flown around the globe.
This is amazing. I don't have kids. And
Aw,
yeah.
What's wrong?
I just haven't met the right, can I say woman?
I don't know.
Yet? I haven't met the right woman yet.
But everything works
I guess I don't know. That's a...
Hasn't been able to test drive the sperm mobile.
The reproductive car, yeah. So Trey doesn't either.
I don't either.
As far as I know.
But I do
You
know
don't have
that
sperm?
I do have sperm.
How do you know?
How do I know?
Isn't that what we're talking about?
I'm not being crass. I'm just genuinely curious because I guess while I'm on here plugging my business, my mother actually owns a sperm testing clinic.
Oh, no way. That's so cool.
And she travels a lot too for work.
Really?
Getting different samples and stuff.
Mom. Yeah, no, I know that I have it and I know that it works. And yeah, without...
Do you have kids?
Yeah, how do you know
don't.
it works?
So you don't really know.
No, you can go and, well, your mom would probably attest to this.
Hey, yo.
Okay, that wasn't... I promise to do one real your mom joke this
You better.
this
He always says he's going to, but he never does.
I always forget. But yeah, I went and I said, if I wanted to have kids, would this work? And they went, and they said it would.
That's interesting because at my mom's clinic, they take the specimen and then they mix it with an egg and they actually make the kid so that they can prove that it worked. And then it's up to you if you want to keep it or not. So it's my belief that if you don't actually make the kid, you don't actually know.
That it could be a better belief than my belief, which was just trusting them. I believe in it, but as much as I believe in all stuff, my point is that they may have made a kid in the back and then come out and said, yes, it works. I don't know what
if they tested you properly, they did make a kid in the back.
Okay. Well, I feel a heaviness about that that I think I'm going to tuck away till after the podcast.
Awesome. So you're not going to play the Little Mermaid. You're going to play a character named the Mermaid. Is that how it works?
Even more of a step removed from that because there can be a lawsuit if you play something too close to the main character. So like in that, for example, like if the movie was Frozen, I would play like Ice Cube. And I have like a Tupperware bin that has a hole cut out from the middle so I can wear it over my torso, and then I do saran wrap. And that actually, I'm bringing that up because it is the same costume I wear for Little Mermaid. I do water.
Oh, you play water, like an element.
Yeah, because it's a huge part of the movie. It's the thing that Ariel exists in.
It's 90% of our bodies.
And it's in every scene of The Little Mermaid. If you watch and you look closely, it's literally in every scene. So what could be a bigger character than something that's in every scene of the movie?
Every scene. I got to go back and watch that again. That's very... I hadn't thought about that. But now Ice Cube, and then that's all lowercase, because otherwise then you're getting in trouble with
the rapper, yeah.
The guy.
Got it. Wow, it's a minefield.
It really is. It's hard to navigate. And, it's also navigating the disappointment because the kids will pick the movie that they want, and I'll say, I'll guaranteed will come as something from Little Mermaid, but they don't get to pick what the character is. But so I don't have a lot of repeat customers, but that doesn't bother me because every kid, if they were repeat customer, you'd have to wait till the next birthday anyways, which is a year after the previous birthday.
That's right.
And then they age out, and then suddenly they're old enough where they do it ironically, right? Because Trey, for his birthday, we did get him a character.
Yeah.
Some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Like strippers?
Well, now that you say that, I think they may have been, but obviously we weren't asking them to do that. But
they weren't strippers.
Were they only in half shells or full shells?
Well, I think they're always
half shells.
Heroes in a half shell. But
but were they ladies in a half shell?
They were men, but they were extremely
guys.
fit, and they all had like Speedos on, which I was like, that I don't remember specifically, but I think they may have
Raphael didn't even have it's like he showed up from something else because he didn't even have time to put on the leg paint.
He had chaps on his bottom half, which like I'm just thinking now.
How old were you turning?
I was turning 42.
Oh, and you don't have kids?
No.
Well, thank you for having me. I travel a ton for my job, and I love to talk about hotels that I stay in, or sometimes I stay in the family's home that hosts me for the party.
This is breaking new ground.
Yes.
All right, so talk about that. What's that process like?
I love that. Yeah.
And what's it like to stay at your employer's home, I guess, ahead of the job?
Are you sometimes kicking a kid out of a room? I had to do that once, and the kid's on an air mattress, and then you're like in a kid bed.
Yeah, or sometimes sleeping like head to toe with the kid if they don't have another place for them to sleep. Or sometimes like mom will take the couch and I'll take the bed with dad, or I'll sleep in the basement curled up beside the toilet if I'm sick.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah.
I've stayed there.
Has that happened more than once?
I get pretty sick.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
So you're partying with the parents.
Not necessarily sick from partying. I have an autoimmune disorder that flares up on the airplane.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Well, that's stinky because you got to fly so much.
I know. And I blow up like a balloon. Like, you remember the blueberry girl from Willy Wonka?
Yes.
I kind of do that, where I'm getting so big my fingertips are just kind of poking out and they have to kind of...
Almost roll you down the aisle like they rolled that poor girl.
I roll over top of the heads of the people sitting in the seats because the aisle's too narrow.
Oh, no.
And I have to get out first because I'm screaming. So everyone remains seated. I roll over their heads, but it doesn't hurt because I'm so light at this point. Because I'm still my weight, which is 85 pounds, but I'm like 4 feet wide and like 6 feet.
You are
circular.
85. I was trying to figure that out. I'm very good at this.
I always say if we don't if we quit our jobs, this guy has to do the circus thing where he guesses weights.
Or be an actuary, because that's a professional estimator. But I was like, when you walked in, I was like,
85.
I was like, she's between 85 and 91. You know?
And you weren't talking about birth years.
Well, no, because I think, I'm not as good at that. Are you?
Because that would be my birth range as well.
Okay, between 85 and 91?
Yeah.
You were, okay. 90.
You got it.
What the hell?
You're really good.
At something that's pretty much pointless. This is business trips. So you're sleeping near the toilet.
Sometimes, yeah.
Tomorrow morning, you got to get up, and then there's a dead block of time there before you even gonna play water.
Oh, no, actually, well, not to nitpick, but usually I fly in sick, do the show, sleep the night, fly out sick.
Oh.
So I'm not doing like the night before stay over. I usually try to do the party in. So that's why I'm dressed as water or ice cube or whatever already on the plane.
I get it.
Can we play a game? Can we guess? Have you ever done a Star Wars one?
Let's play a game in case we want to do like a segment.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, sure. How about I'll give you the movie and you can guess what character I played from the movie.
That's great. Yeah.
Let's play a game.
Toy Story.
Well, they used a lot of them, but what one did they not use? I'm going to say Silly Putty. Did they not do that?
That would be copywritten. Are you crazy? That's the most. That's actually one of the top most copywritten toys in the world.
Wow.
Rug lint.
I'll go Plastic Bag.
So Plastic Bag is only in the fourth movie, and usually the kids like to see stuff that's like sooner or in the original.
Right.
And then Lint, I don't do anymore. But actually, this is going to surprise you guys. I play Andy's mom. You know, Andy's a little boy who owns the toys.
Yeah.
And in the first movie, she comes, Andy, grab your stuff. But you don't really see her face. But she's wearing jeans and a T-shirt. So I do jeans and a T-shirt, and I go, I'm Andy's mom.
That's like the Muppet Baby mom. It's just the socks and the calves and the shoes. It's Barbara Billingsley, I think.
I don't know that because I was born in 90.
Right.
I don't know it because of other reasons.
You've probably never even seen Cursive before.
The writing, or is it a movie or a show or a book? Just the writing.
So
thanks for having me. And also, it's like,
so polite.
Sometimes the kids will get upset. Like the last time I did Andy's mom, they're screaming, they were cursing at me, they were pushing me, trying to push me. A lot of times they'll all kind of if the party's upstairs, I've learned now to say no upstairs parties because they'll try to push me down the stairs.
Oh.
And they'll act like, oh, we're having fun, like stand near here at the top of the stairs, and then at once they all kind of push around like my belly area, and I'll go
Which is
flying
still a
back,
little bloated.
which is a little bloated still, and I'll go flying back down the stairs, and they're hoping they can hurt me so bad I won't continue the party, but usually I'll continue the party.
Well, and you have to, because I assume the parents are lurking like, we need more ice cubes still, right?
Yeah.
Can I do a Star Wars one?
Oh, so you're gonna say Star Wars? Like, what's the game now?
It's the same one.
Okay, so I'll say Star Wars.
Okay.
Let's play the game.
Star Wars.
You go first.
Oh, you're acting like you don't have an answer now?
Star Wars?
Well, I don't. I'm
gonna stay with Rug lint.
Okay.
I want to stay with Plastic Bag.
So this one's kind of a character of my own invention. Her name's Cantina, and she's like a sexy ghost, but she's got space for hair.
I like that.
I don't get that, actually. Space for hair?
Space for hair. You know, like stars and moons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like galaxy.
Now I do
universe.
get it. Yeah, I love that.
Space.
I love that.
They could have used that. You know that no, that's not true.
Have you ever ended up in the same city as your mom? You're both on a work trip, and then you have to figure out where you're going to eat that night. Who makes that decision, and where do you guys go if you have to choose?
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned my mom, because we do sometimes pair up, because the kids that they make in the back of the sperm testing clinic sometimes have no parents, and so I do a lot of parties for those guys because they're so bored and they don't have any. They're just in the room.
How long are they in there for?
They grow up in there because sometimes they feel too bad. They don't want to.
I bet it's the cute ones,
like those little capsules that turn into dinosaurs if you leave them in the glass overnight.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah. They play baseball. The thing I want to ask you about, so the kids are growing up in the back of your mom's shop.
It's not a shop, it's a clinic.
Yeah, the shop makes it seem a little
garagey.
gross.
Yeah.
It's more I was,
I get it, though.
Are any of them ever incorporated into your act? Because I imagine if you get a cool teenager, and then they can play like again. I'm now feeling the minefield that you feel. I was about to say Ariel or something,
Yeah,
but
can't do that.
Can't do that in a million years. But have you ever worked with any of those little not dumpster babies, whatever you would call them?
Dumpster babies is fine. I don't work with them because I don't want to split my profits. I'm already making. I already offer. This is why I'm so popular and I'm being flown around the globe, is because I offer such a discounted rate because I'm not using. I don't have to pay for the copyrights to do the
Right.
character.
So then it becomes a volume business, or
It is because, like I said, I don't have any repeat customers because once they kind of find out what my whole thing is.
But there's no hotel fees. I mean, it's funny that they complain, because you must be. I don't know if you're allowed to say numbers, but you must be coming in pretty affordable.
Yeah, but
Are you coming in affordable?
Yeah, I'm coming in affordable. Are you guys coming in affordable?
Very. I think.
I think so.
have a big house though, so I've been working for a long time. So now I have a big house.
I love big houses.
What do you do? So do you have a family? What's in that house?
Well,
There's a lot of costumes, I bet, to get ready for work.
Exactly. But there's not that many. There's like 4 in rotation that I use for different things. Andy's mom, Ice Cube / water, Cantina, which also doubles as Casper the Ghost and Men in Black.
Wait, I'm
So,
sorry.
okay,
Yeah.
wait,
This is the space
okay.
fair.
So wait, so you are sort of selling it as if it is. I just want to make sure I'm clear on this. You're selling it like, hey, I get it. You love Little Mermaid. Your daughter loves Little Mermaid. We get you can't afford it. You're coming to me because of that.
No. I'm saying I'm premium entertainment. I will bring you a character from Little Mermaid. And I kind of wink as in like, I'm not going to say which one, being so that they think, oh, she's going to be Ariel, of course.
Can you give us a demo?
Oh.
Sure. Why don't you guys be the parents of, even though you guys don't have kids and you don't know if your like dicks work to make them, can you guys pretend that you're the parents and I'll be the party entertainer?
I know the part works.
And I think I have a dead son or daughter. But okay. So welcome. We're so excited because our kid loves. Do you want us to use?
Yeah. Do you want to?
Yeah. What does your kid love? Let's say?
WrestleMania? Is that? Or you
Oh,
want to use?
WrestleMania. Okay. I could absolutely whip up something from WrestleMania. Who are his favorites?
Well, he loves The Rock.
Loves The Rock.
Say no more.
Oh, and then we're thinking we just got The Rock to come to the.
And I
birthday.
will come dressed as a rock, but not the rock.
Oh.
So that's what I'll use, the Tupperware bin that used to be the water costume. I'll spray paint it brown.
So that puts it kind of on the parents, because what I felt like in that fun kind of role play, I was like, well, when you show up as A-Rock, I would be like, that's my miscommunication. I didn't.
It's like when you buy something, like you remember when there's like those little skateboards that you ride with your fingers, so small?
Yeah.
But if you take a picture of it, right, and you put it on eBay, you're like, skateboard for $2, and someone goes, great deal, and it's still great. But then when you get it, you're like, oh, it's actually just small. It's kind of like that. That's the business model.
Got it.
So there's an element of trickery.
No.
But anger, probably.
No.
Right or wrong, I bet the people you have seen angry parents.
Sure. But anger is a natural emotion, and I didn't try to trick them. They just happened to get tricked.
So have you ever heard this upstairs while you're hugging the toilet? Like, I looked online, honey, and it said it was going to be The Rock. And
And then the
then
other
this
parents.
Oh, and she's, I know. Don't quit throwing it in my fucking face.
Okay, so if I heard that, I'd come down, and this is where this angle, like, this is the shrew, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be like, I kind of pulled it out aside and go, cranky wife, huh? So this is kind of where
I love that. I have a.
I want to know what is that?
because that's what I'm saying. I don't want to sleep in the bed with a kid.
I see.
I want the big bed
This is where you
upstairs.
want to get into
Yeah.
the bed.
So
I
then
gotcha.
that's kind of how I'll do it. Pull the second part of it. And by the end of this, it's like problems solved. Like trickery
for
forgiven.
you.
'Cause I go, cranky wife, huh? That's always how
Right.
I that's
and then
always
you
my
end up
end.
getting to
The
sleep
spot in the bed, yeah.
In between the cranky wife and the...
No, cranky wife will usually go, she'll go curl up by the toilet or she'll get the couch, depending on if she's sick or not.
She says, you know what? I'm going to go sleep by the toilet. Right?
Right. Fine, do it. I'll sleep with The Rock.
And then guess what? It ends up not being... Because I'm guessing when you're up there with Dad, you're not the Rock anymore. You're not a Rock, or are you? Are you in character all the way through?
I kind of didn't pack anything else because that's part of the problem with my immune disorder that flies up on the plane is I can't carry anything after. So I always just come in costume. It's like kind of the only costume I have. But sometimes Dad will give me a big T-shirt.
Well, I was going to say when they get angry, maybe say, now you're anger from inside out. But that was a while ago, and it just kind of, we got into other stuff.
We can talk about that now if you want.
Threw me a little bit. No, that's all there is to that. Let me... Okay,
But the wife will say,
good.
like, to your point, she will say, like, oh, okay, nice. She'll go, really nice, Dale. What do you want me to do? Go sleep in the toilet? As, like, she asks it like, what's it called? Rhetorical question.
You're
Right.
That's right.
But the dad's in such an emotional state that he perceives it as a true question. So he'll go, if that's where you want to sleep, I guess.
And you've
and
seen
then
that
so that's
happen.
where she ends up.
How often is his name Dale?
I would say 9 times out of 10.
Wow.
And they never get rhetorical. I get that. I feel like I've had whole relationships just fall apart because they say, well, what do you want me to do? Slap your mom?
Yeah, right.
And you say, sure, I want you to be happy, or whatever.
I don't get that.
Yeah, because wouldn't it be like slap my mom? Like if you were complaining about your mother-in-law or something, she'd go, oh, what do you want me to do? Kill her? And you'd go, I guess.
Yeah.
That's replaced mine.
Is it very common to be walking into a family that is in turmoil, or would you say you are the agitator?
I like to think of myself as the agitator, yeah.
But there must also be something going on that, and I'm going to make this number up, that they think an aerial is showing up at the birthday party and flying into town for it for under $100 or whatever.
Is that what it is? Is it under 100?
First of all, that's not a made-up number. $100 is... I thought you were going to say like Chuck Gillian or something.
Oh,
you said here
Chuck Gillian.
you said here I'm gonna make up. So talk about disappointment. Like we were just told we were gonna
You want
receive
to hear a
something.
new
and we
number?
That's my middle name.
Balfus. That's a new number. It's in between 10 and 11. Is that what you wanted? You want a new number?
Didn't. So now giving the new scenario, you're saying you assume you can
Nice
hire an
job on
aerial performer for under Balfus?
You think, well, I think at this point it'd be more like, honey, you thought we were going to get an actual aerial for 11 Balfuses?
See, okay, and so you're close. I get 12.
11 Balfuses is $1,000. It's $1,100.
No, I'd be like
Oh, sorry, it's
over
100.
100. Yeah.
Ah.
So anyway, I'm just saying these people maybe there's something going on, going in. I like that you're owning the agitator role, but I would guess that they're not John and Yoko naked in bed before that, which is like the ideal good couple.
Where are most of your miles with? Who's got most of your miles?
Delta Intercom.
Delta Intercom.
You go again. I'll go. What's the worst? What's just the worst, like, that you've ever
worst?
had to
What's the worst?
have?
That's a good question. The worst on me or the worst on them?
I think worst on
Great
them.
question. Yeah.
them.
Worst on them was probably, I guess I had a birthday for a kid who couldn't like smell.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes.
We went to college with a guy like that.
Really?
Ended up being super helpful actually, because he was very good. You know that thing where if you don't have one
Yeah.
thing proficiently, you have the
another
others.
thing.
Yeah.
So, but he was very good at sensing temperature. So we would just send him outside early in the morning. Is that we were going to head out for the day? It's going to be a music festival. Maybe we're going to Lollapalooza. Hey, Doug, he would go out there and go, it's 62.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you missing smell and that's how come you're so good at guessing ages and weights?
My smell's decent. It's decent.
It's not bad.
It's okay.
How's your taste?
Pretty good. I got a decent palate.
What did you think of the Barbie movie?
Hearing, on the other hand, in both senses, I cannot hear certain noises very well, but also my listening skills.
When I do when I play water for Ariel, I do like I do the sound of water, which is a song that only certain frequencies can hear. I'm curious to see if you can hear it.
Oh, that'd be a great test.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, I can hear that.
I heard that too. That's
Oh.
pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Not everyone can.
Kids can't usually.
Oh, wow.
Fun. So that one's kind of like this is for the parents.
This is for the dad.
Oh, right. It's because
Because I'm not doing anything for the shrew of a wife.
No, you want that king bed.
And I'm
Spot.
already laying the groundwork for that. Like, even if she goes, oh, I can hear the sound, the music. I'm like, no, you can't. Like, I'll say right away, like, oh, that's funny. Did you hear it just then? Because I wasn't even singing. So you're like,
Oh, yeah.
I'll do stuff like that to kind
Right.
of plant a seed
Start
already.
jabbing and get her kind of crazy.
So
Yeah.
so much of it feels meant to drive a wedge between.
The shrew and the
Yeah. And then,
The-
you know,
and the
because
Dale.
inevitably she'll say something about my costume too. And then I'll find a time when I'm in the kitchen when the dad's coming in for a LaCroix and I'll cry and I'll go like, your wife doesn't like my costume.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
And then he'll go, aw. Because men hate to see women cry.
I know I do.
Do you like it?
No, I know it sounded like that. I don't like to see women cry. I like women to see me cry.
First time I'm hearing of that.
Well, that's my kink. Is that a kink?
I guess so. I guess anything can be a kink if you announce it as such.
I don't know what the rules are anymore. I don't.
So when you went to the clinic to get your semen tested,
Yeah. What I
and they
now
gave you
know
a
is
magazine, did you say instead you'd like one of the doctors come in and watch you cry?
I didn't have the guts to say that, but it would have saved us all about a half hour.
Because my mom's clinic is prepared for all sorts of weird guys and their weird stuff that they do, and they have
Right.
a DVD of Marley and Me for the guys that want to do crying.
Oh,
nice. That is a great movie.
But then is someone open to like a little like slide a thing and you see the eyeballs? Because I don't want just cry alone to Marley and Me. I want
Someone to see you.
cry. Oh, but you only want them to see your eyeballs. You don't want them to see. Your
no.
whole
I
face?
wanted to in this protect them from having to see anything from my neck down.
So it's
'cause
like a
they're at
glory
work.
hole kind of, where you can slide it open and see a man's beautiful blue eye with one tear rolling down.
That's it. That would be the dream. Ask your mom if she can invent that.
Don't talk about my mom like that.
Sometimes a guest will come in here and suddenly we're talking about a vulnerability level that I'm not expecting. This is one of those.
Yeah.
That vulnerability sounds like we're talking about your mom now. I told
Why
you
is
I'd
that?
do one. What's that?
Oh,
Yeah,
this
but-
was your. Oh, this was your mom joke that you were talking about
Yeah,
earlier that you wanted
that
to say.
she's a bit vulnerable on a date with me, or whatever. Let's see how we doing on time. Yeah, we could.
Did you go on a date with his mom?
No,
But he
no,
was married to
no.
my sister.
I was, yeah, and I love his mom. Actually, she's like a second mom to me. So I just had promised that I would do a mom.
It's just
joke.
funny because there has been sort of, there's been conversations in the family because my mom is buxom
Buxom.
and also flirtatious and has a very low tolerance for alcohol. When you put all those things together around a sexual being, Trey, let's just be honest. Yeah, this guy's made a bunch of, what did you say, toilet kids?
A dumpster, whatever. Yeah, yes, yeah. I've gotten,
just been- there's
I've
been a
gotten checked
question.
a couple times, and now I'm finding out that I'm, basically George Foreman over here with
You made a grill?
no kids that went onto a grill.
Oh, no. I said the kids are still around. That's who I do the parties for, mostly.
Oh,
Well, that's it. So you
Just
really
keep
work
them-
closely with your mom then.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
Well, because no one is supposed to know about the kids. If you could cut anytime I mention that.
We'll edit.
Absolutely.
We'll probably edit
But
a lot of
I
this.
want to get an email later and maybe find out if I can meet. What,
Oh, you can do a lineup pick if you want. And you
line them up and I pick which one I think is maybe mine.
And then if you're wrong, we shoot you in the back of the head.
Oh
So
my
it's just
goodness.
just all that to say, be sure that you know that you'll be able to identify.
I think
Because if you can't, you know why? Because then it's like if you leave without your kid, but you saw that there was a bunch of kids here, we just can't have you
Then
going out
you-
into the world. Because then you're not complicit. You're not taking part of the blame out with you.
But I would sign in like an NDA or something
not
if it
enough.
would
It's not
save my.
enough. It's not
Okay,
enough.
totally understand.
I don't even think those are actually binding. I was reading something about
NDAs?
that. Yeah.
Nothing is more binding than a bullet in the head. That's what my mom always says.
Good
Wow.
Christ.
Do we have to? This is business trips.
Hey, Business Trips is also brought to you by VIP Seafood and Poultry Market, limousines, Cartier watches, caviar, private jets. These are the things that come to mind when you hear the letters VIP. That's why we chose to name our market VIP Seafood and Poultry. Our crawfish is the limousine of crawfish. Our pompano is the Cartier watch of pompano. And our live chickens are the caviar of chickens. Side note, we don't sell caviar, but we sell chickens, and they are the caviar of that. But let's not lose track of the fact that VIP is an acronym for very important person, and our seafood and poultry truly are very important people. Can we guarantee that every single person who has come into the store is also a legit VIP? Sorry, the people coming in.
You got it.
No establishment can, but we cater to a level of people that on average are trending closer to that VIP status than, say, vagrants and rascals. As one example, we had Rudy come in and buy fish here. The Notre Dame football guy Rudy shops here. He did once, and many others do too. Side note, we also love the people who haven't gotten famous. We're located at 843 South Vermont, and the front of our market is fine and clean. The reason we bother to mention that is because a city bus was passing when the Google Earth photo was taken for our Yelp page, and it completely obscured our nice, clean front. VIP Seafood and Poultry Market. You're famous.
That was awesome.
Pompano, I think it is.
What'd I say?
Pompano.
I'd never heard that word out loud.
I think
and
it's
we get the copy.
Either a fish is named after a beach in Florida, or the beach is named after the fish. That makes more sense. But I think it's pompano. I'm just,
Congrats.
No, I'm trying to be helpful.
Thank you.
I've successfully driven a wedge between you. Now it's up to you to
No.
guess which one is daddy.
This is
Who's
what
the shrew?
you were doing it the whole time.
Who's the
We got to
shrew?
see it. Yes, I didn't even. It was subtle, and then all of a sudden I was like, I'm gonna go sleep by a toilet.
So we found our shrew.
I guess so.
I'm a shrew.
I gotta.
Do you,
So I'm daddy then.
yes, I was gonna move on to.
Oh yeah.
But yes.
Yeah. So this, unfortunately, Shania, we have some
Crazy
else to
timing.
get through. Do we do the music before that? No. This is just. I gotta just say it. Here we go again. Today we somehow find ourselves having to say goodbye to another member of the Business Trips family. Doug, not so Smalley, was found in a dumpster behind his favorite Burger King with the types of fatal wounds that police are calling gunshots. Despite the growing list of employees here at the studio who have been murdered, to say Doug's death is a tragedy is still somehow an understatement. Doug was a plant and facility team member here, and he was a big personality and a big human. Trey and I couldn't believe that a 6'6" man could have even had the last name Smalley. It tickled us, and so we nicknamed Doug Not So.
That's so Smalley.
It won't come as a surprise that Doug was the guy who got called into the studio to figure out what the rattling noise was in the HVAC vent. He only needed to climb one step up the ladder to open the vent and find the dead mouse that was getting blown into the grate over and over again whenever the air would cycle on. It's weird that it never smelled, but Doug was not an easy guy to get to know, but he seemed to like to sleep in his pickup and smoke cigarettes behind the studio. He would put them out against the wall and then put the butts in his shirt pocket. And I used to ask him if he liked keeping old butts in his pocket. And he did not get it, or he hated it. But we don't get all these murders, but we do get is sad about it and angry about it. And if we're being honest, a little scared. We don't know how old Doug exactly was, but based on the fleck of gray in his mustache and his faded Pat Buchanan for president bumper sticker, 54, I think, is probably it.
Pretty close, yeah.
Rest in peace, not so. We'll try to get the next dead mouse out on our own.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers.
That was beautiful.
It's terrible what's going on here. We've had so many deaths and murders here.
We have. I loved him too. I similarly, couldn't crack the veneer always, but I bet you would have been able.
I would've.
You would have been able to drive a wedge between him and his widow.
True.
Oh, she was already dead though. I can't do it with guys that don't have living wives.
Oh no, she's living. She's just now she's a widow. I'm saying.
Oh, I
But
thought
so
widow
she
means
would've
you're
been-
dead.
Well, I guess it probably could.
Yeah.
Because I do it. One of my characters is Black Widow, and she's just a tombstone.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Wow.
fun. I'm surprised kids pick that one, but I'm glad you have an option.
I
for
usually
Monday.
either do Black Widow that's a tombstone, or I do Black Window. And if they don't read close enough, they don't know they're getting.
Yeah,
Black window.
just like a blacked out, painted black.
I'll
many-
come with the frame around, and I'll have curtains, and I'll just kind of go, "It's me, Black Window,"
Oh,
my
and they'll
goodness.
go, "Boo, fuck off."
Right.
Yeah.
There's
Stuff like
so
that.
many. I could see this being so upsetting. Like there's so many of these that are
yeah.
just, and then maybe again like fights upstairs. I
Right.
get it. I get it. It's
I wonder how often, and I know we're winding down this a can of worms, so I wonder how often you're not invited back because of the character and the upsetness of the children, and how often it is because you ended up sleeping with the Dale
Right.
or in the bed of.
Which, by the way, is a huge part of my business model because I don't get pregnant, but I say that I do.
okay.
Well, that can be.
And then
That's
in
a
that
whole
way,
other-
like talk about Black Window, more like blackmail.
Yes, I see
Blackmail.
Because
that.
I'll say,
I may-
don't want to tell the shrew that you got the old window knocked up. So then
But we
they'll
don't-
send me lots of money. And that's kind of how I can charge so little up front because I know I'm getting at least 20 ball for afterwards.
Oh, well, that's
20 ball for that's
just like a grift.
it's like $20,000.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Shania.
Thanks, Shania.
Thank you so much. And if anybody is listening and you have a kid and they're having their birthday soon, please let me know. I do parties and entertainments all around this great country.